Hello and welcome to another video where we'll be looking at the record types in Salesforce. So what are the record types and why do we need them? What are the benefits of having record types within Salesforce? In this video, we'll be looking into a little deep dive on understanding what are the record types and what are the benefits of having record types in Salesforce, right? So at a high level, like record types are basically used for enhancing or customizing the user experience. Record types can be used to define like multiple sets of layouts for the same object. Now, what do you mean by multiple sets of layouts? So for instance, if we have an account record, the sales team would want a different view of the record where they don't want like a lot of information to be captured as part of the account creation. As their objective is primarily focused on sales, they want the minimalistic information before creating an account record. Now, on the other hand, the service team who are actually delivering a product or a service, they want some additional details to be captured for the account record before they can actually provision a service. For instance, an account can have like multiple locations or multiple addresses where a specific service has to be delivered. So the sales team would be primarily focused on selling and they don't want to capture a lot of information. Whereas the service team, when they want to provision a service, they want more details on the locations, the point of contact of locations before they can deliver service. So they wanted more additional information to be collected as part of the account creation record. So we can facilitate such variations to an account creation where the sales team's objectives and service team objectives can be different. So record types can help us have different layouts for the same account record, and similar can be a variation for a legal team. That legal team wants additional information. So using record types, we can have different sets of layouts for the same record. We can also have like different picklist values for the same object, and we can take some specific certain actions when the records are created or modified. Let's say, as an example, when a high priority account record is created, we can have some certain set of specific tasks created to the sales team where they can focus their attention on the high priority account records as against the accounts that do not carry such a high priority. So record types can be used to provide different business processes to slice and dice the same record and have different dimensions of looking at the same record. Right? So what are the benefits? Some of the key benefits is, like as I mentioned, it's a tailored user experience. Sales team can have a different experience, whereas the service and legal teams can have different experience on the same object when they're interacting, right? They can have like multiple business processes to facilitate an account creation record. Like the sales team can have a different process and different stages of account verifications, whereas the service and legal can have different verification processes. So the data accuracy can be enhanced by updating different fields on the page layout by having specific list of values for the pick list fields. We can have a controlled access. So when we have the record types, these record types can have different layouts, and those layouts can be accessed by specific people. In this case, like only the sales people can have access to the layout that is provided to the sales team. So different teams can have specific views of the same information. We can have optimized workflows. As I mentioned previously, like a high priority account record, when it's created, can trigger specific series of actions where we can create some tasks, assign it to salespeople to have a focused attention on records or account records that are of a high priority. And this can be resulting in a consistency across multiple teams dealing with the same record. So let's jump into the demo and have a quick view and see how record types can be created and deliver the benefits that we have just discussed. Okay, I've logged into my homepage. Let us go ahead and work with the account records. So if you can see that under all accounts list view, I have all these accounts. So if I have to create a new account, let me go ahead and hit create new, and I provide all these details. This is the standard layout. My layout is a bit different than what you might see. This is the analytics demo org. So I have a lot more details to be captured as part of the account creation. It might be different for your org, but the record types learning will be the same. So if I have to go ahead and create a new account, I will fill all these details and create an account. So in order for us to create a record type, let me go ahead and go to the setup, go to the object manager, and select the account record. And if I scroll down, I would see something called record types. So as you can see that I do not have any record types out of the box for this account object. And in order to create a new record type, I just hit new, and I provide the details. I provide the label name for the record type and the record type name, give a brief description. Now in this case, I'm creating an account record for, let's say, type customer. I make it active. For the sake of the demo, I will just assign this record type to just two profiles. We'll take the sales profile, and we will provide access to the system admin profile as well. So only these two personas will be able to access this record type. Alright, for the layout, I can give you I can provide just the default layout. That's not the point of the learning here. Let me provide any layout and hit save, and we're done with the record type creation. So we have not provided any details except the name and who can access this record type. Okay, so if I go ahead to my home page, let me refresh to reflect the changes. Now as you can see from the top, like I have the new account of type customer. So this is the record type that we're creating. So when I hit save, I will be creating an account record of record type customer that I've just created. Let me create another record type to show the difference. In this case, I will provide, let's say I'm creating an account for an individual record. Okay, let me provide the name, give the record type, and I say give a brief description that this account record type is for an individual as against the customer that I've provided in the first instance. I will assign access to these two profiles. For now, just go with the flow that I am assigning access to these two profiles. I'll hit next and assign a default layout. That's the account sales layout, and I hit save. So now I have two record types for the account object. Now, okay, let me go back to the home page and refresh my page. And this time when I hit new, Salesforce would provide me an options window. Now, are you creating an account of type customer or you creating an account of type individual, right? So these are two record types that we just created. So let's select the customer and go ahead, and you can see that I have the same form popping up. In order to demonstrate the benefits of the record type, we will select the account type as one of our field values, and we will see how record types can provide some granular data accuracy for different teams. So if you go ahead and look at both customer and individual, and it's the same form. So as part of the learning objective, we'll go ahead and change the layout for a customer record type and an individual record type, and we will also change the list of values for account type. So let me go ahead, go to the object again and hit the record types and select the customer record type. Now under the customer record type, I have different picklists that are available for editing. So let me select, or let me edit the pick list that is for the account record type. What I need to do is just hit edit against the type, and as you can see that I have all the list of values. Let me remove all the values except the customer and provide a default value. Customer direct is the default value for the account type drop down list. Now let me go back to the individual and under the individual record type, I will edit the pick list of type and do the opposite. So let's let me just remove the customer direct and customer channel and give a default value of prospect, right? So what I've done at a summary is that I have updated the list of values for account type for both customer and individual. Now when I come back to the home page and refresh my page, let me go ahead and hit new and select customer and hit next. So I'm expecting to see two changes here. I'm expecting to see that the account type only has values of type customer. There are two values, customer direct and customer indirect, and I have assigned a default value of customer direct. So as you can see from the page here, I have customer direct as the default option, and if I drop down this list, I will be having just the two values. So while I haven't made any changes to the pick list values for account record, by leveraging record type, I have only limited the options to just two when I'm creating a record of type customer. So let me go ahead and create a customer ABC, and come down to this page. This is much a longer page layout than out of the box page. So I'm just providing the default values, or I'm providing the mandatory values for me to create an account record, and I hit save. So now I have an account of customer ABC of record type customer. So let me repeat the process, and this time I will be creating an account of record type individual. Okay, select the second option. So what I'm expected to see here is that I will be having the account types of all except the customer. So when I drop down this list, I don't see the values customer direct and customer indirect. So that's the change that we have made for this individual record type. So let me save this record, give a name, let's say individual ABC, scroll down, provide the required values under the additional information section. This will not be the same to you. Just go with the flow that I am providing the required values on the form and saving this record. So now I have created a customer ABC and an individual ABC of different record types. I can leverage the record types to create different list views. So I want all the customer records under different list views. So go ahead, hit new, give a name to it. Under the filter options, I will get all the accounts, and the second filter that I would add is of record type. Account record type equals to whatever I have just created. I have created two record types, and it's showing here I have a customer record type and I have an individual record type. So I'll select the customer record type and hit done. Now when I save this, I will be able to see only those customers that are of a record type customer. So I can repeat the same process to create a different list view for my individual record types. So let me give a name for this list view and repeat the same process. I want all the accounts to be shown here which are of the record type individual. So select all the accounts. Under the additional filter, select account record type, and this time I'll provide the individual. Now when I hit and save, I will be able to see all the accounts that are the record type individual. So in this manner we can leverage record types to not only update the list of values under a pick list, but also create different list views based on the record type. We will look into how record types can be leveraged for additional enhancements on the page layouts. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel as we post new videos on the Salesforce concepts. Thank you.